If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Sylacauga Police Chief Kelley Johnson joins us for a few minutes this morning. Chief, good morning to you, sir.
Morning, Jimmy.
It's a whole different world, ain't it, brother?
Seems to be.
Yeah. How has it affected the police department and adjustments you guys have made?
Well, it's kind of turned us upside down. Mm-hmm. We've stopped most of our proactive contacts with the city or with people traveling through our city, and that being proactive traffic stops for just your regular speeder or an expired tag or whatever the small infraction may be. We've cut a lot of that out, pretty much all of it, and we've cut out a lot of our in-house warrant service where we go out and actively search for someone trying to serve warrants. Cut out a lot of that. We're reacting to calls for service. We're doing a lot more security checks, businesses, residential areas, trying to keep visible in the communities and make sure that our people are safe.
And this is not to say to individuals just flagrantly break the law.
No, we will. I mean, we will still do the stuff if we have to. We're trying to cut back on it like everybody else. They're cutting back on contact that's just unnecessary.
Yeah. News came out yesterday, and this, honestly, I get confused on this about the essential and non-essential, and you guys are stepping up about the non-essential, maybe kind of getting out there and being where they don't need to be open.
Yeah, well, we've given a week or so now for non-essential, those businesses deemed non-essential to go ahead and shut down voluntarily, and most of them have. Mm-hmm. We've had the majority of our businesses that consider themselves non-essential or that our governor and the government deems non-essential. They've been taking care of this problem themselves, but we do have a few that are still out there, still are open, and we want people to comply with what it is. We don't want to have to get out and enforce it. Businesses are having a hard enough time now. Small business, I understand that they want to keep it going, but if they could just give a little while, maybe help with some of this spread of this infection. And
how will this enforcement work?
Right now, we're reacting to phone calls. Believe it or not, we're getting a lot of phone calls, and I understand it from other business owners that have shut theirs down voluntarily.
Saying, why them and not me?
That's right. And so we're going out on, we're reacting there to some complaints, and our officers will get out and tell people that are in the parks. Our parks are closed, all except for the Pinecrest walking track so far. It's been left open, I think, because there's really not play area there for people to get close. Mm-hmm. They can walk and distance themselves. So we've, the officers will get out and tell people they have to leave the parks, the swings, which it's sad, but it's something that's necessary now.
Yeah. How have you found the response from the community, of whether it's a business being open that shouldn't be, or people at a park that obviously is closed to the public during this pandemic? And how are you finding people responding to what you guys are telling them?
Well, so far so good. We haven't had anybody give us any backlash from it. We haven't started the active us getting out and mandating the closures yet. Mm-hmm. This is the first. Yesterday we passed it along to everybody and posted it on our Facebook so that the businesses that are out there and the people that need to know, maybe they go ahead and shut it down, but we will start. And I hate that we have to do it, but
and there can be fines as well.
Yeah, the fines for this is from $25 to $500. So it's a costly fine, and every day that they open back up is a different violation. So they could be charged. It's something that they could be arrested and taken to the jail for, but those violations aren't being placed in jail. Those people we're allowing them to sign their own bond.
Yeah. How has crime has it come down since this pandemic started? Are you seeing any difference at all?
we're taking less and less incident reports. Of course, it's still out there. They don't listen to their mothers, so they don't listen to us telling them to quit committing crimes. So we, I don't really know a number, a figure that we could say, percentage-wise.
You got more people at home.
We've got more people at home, so our burglaries are down. We've got more people watching out for others because of the things that are going on. So it's obviously down a little, but it's not out.
How is the Sylacauga Police Department protecting your officers?
The city of Sylacauga's doing everything that they can. We have masks for when we go into homes. We've cut back on going inside of homes to take reports. So we have the complainant come outside to talk to us. So we have PPE. We have sanitizer. We're disinfecting vehicles. We're trying to keep up with it so that our staff is safe, because we have a limited number of officers, and
one infection
could put a whole shift out. Yeah.
Sylacauga Police Chief Kelley Johnson, our guest this morning. Big event last night, and the people of Sylacauga and surrounding areas and all across the state that are watching this morning, they've been so responsive in supporting those first responders, and had a big event at the hospital last night. It was fantastic.
Yeah, they've had prayer vigils going out and just showing their support for our medical staff. They say we're on the front lines, but the medical staff's the one seeing all the disease that's out there. They're still mingling and having to do their job and work on them. So our community comes together with most things that we have.
Has there been any questions that have been kind of guided to your office about, and there's been a lot of confusion about churches having services with the drive-in churches and things like that. Have you heard anything on that at all?
We haven't.
Okay.
I know that there was, I've had pastors telling me about, I think there was a preacher or something arrested in Florida or Tampa or
different states,
yeah,
a couple of those.
But no, we haven't had a problem with it. Of course, everyone's disappointed that they can't go and gather at their place of worship. But like I say, people for the most part are understanding, and one, they don't want to get anybody sick. Two, they don't want to bring it back into their home.
Yeah, you and I both deal with allergies, and we don't want people to just think that, oh, they coughed or they sneezed and they've got the virus. That's not the case.
No, if there could be a worse time, this has to be the worst time for something with symptoms of congestion, cough, and Alabama and the South, the allergy season down here makes it miserable.
Before we go this morning, Sylacauga Police Chief Kelley Johnson joining us for a minute or two more. Speak to the people watching in this area this morning about staying the course, and if they see something, call somebody. Call the police department. That's why you guys are here. Yeah.
We're out. We're open 24/7 still. We're not down manpower. Hopefully, we won't be down manpower. So, if you guys need us for anything, we're there. We'll be there. Whether it be a small problem, nobody's problem to them is very small. But if you need us for anything, you call us. We're going to be there. We're going to watch out for you. I hope you watch out for others and check on your neighbors. Just make sure that everyone's comfortable, everyone has what they need.
Yeah, one thing we didn't touch on that I want to before you go this morning is a lot of people are sheltering in place in their homes, and that's good for a few days.
Yeah.
But, I've seen domestic cases come out of this because of the short fuses of the pressure of what's going on here.
Yeah, we usually see that during the holidays, and that's the reason, because everyone's together. So far, so good. We've had a few, but it hasn't grown into something we can't handle.
All right, Chief, thanks for coming this morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We have more Daybreak. Sylacauga Police Chief Kelley Johnson, our guest this morning. We'll be back after this.